Hello, viewers. I'm SB,
And I am Amabel.
and welcome back to the Black Parade, where after some fiddling, some crawling inside the guts of this video stream and messing with it, I think I have resolved the issue. I've got y'all seeing approximately what I can see, and then after an additional layer of difficulty, Amabel also seeing what y'all can see. So, I'm just going to take you through some of the sights of this top floor of the building again, real quick here. Over here is the hallway with the paintings that I was mentioning earlier, which you definitely could not see before, but kind of can now. It is dark in here. I think it's actually even a little brighter for y'all than it is for me. But there's, a painting of a man holding a head. That's fun for us. That's not great. That one just seems to be people. It seems like they're fine. And then if we walk over here and we look at all the fun paintings and stuff in this area, walk over here, turn to the right, and ta-da! There's a creepy face looking through a curtain. Where old faces fade is the name of the level. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Another curtain.
seems to be the primary theme of the room. In fact. Huh. Are you hearing that sound?
Yeah. Kind of droning.
Yeah.
Oh shit. There's a twist that this can take place during the Blitz.
So. Why are there so many faces? Hate it. When I pulled that book aside, it made a noise. You had started talking, so I don't know if you heard it, but it like whispered when I touched the book just for a second.
Oh, that's not great.
This is really, I mean, they're really fucking, like, they're working it. The atmosphere here is fantastic. What are we looking at here? All right, let me head back because it seems like this is probably where you're supposed to get to. This would be another way into the area over here. Hey, it's a what do you call it? It's a burrick head.
Well, that's not fun. Ambient noise is very effective.
Yeah, well, we're like it's outside right there. Like those are open windows, so we're getting a lot of wind noise in this room. It's not clear to me how you would get up here. I guess okay, like you would climb up on that and then jump to the bookcase. All right, we're going this way. Should I have my sword out? You reckon?
Nah.
Okay. Fire arrow. So there's a statue back there looking all creepy. Yep, laughter. Faint laughter. Good. Sorry. Okay. All right. Okay. Sword out. Just, it's a security thing. My sword is my security blanket, even though I have never been safer with the sword out. It doesn't really help all that much.
My assumption is, even though, Hume isn't Garrett, that the old faces
He
is
sure
like
ain't.
Is like a reference to, someone familiar, there is an old face.
Okay.
And so it might be this. I'm getting strong Constantine vibes from this.
I see.
But like a different, it's not the same vibe exactly. It's a different vibe, but it's definitely like creepy. Why is it like this?
Yeah, see, when I hear old faces, what I'm thinking is not like familiar faces. And I get the language usage that you're talking about there. It does make sense. But I think like old in the sense of like, you know, a thing of fairy tales, a thing from
Yeah.
the long, long ago kind of vibe. Okay, and this just leads us back down to here. Man,
Oh, sweetie.
I'm so glad that I fixed the gamma, so all of you motherfuckers can. No, I love you. We're in this together. It's just. I'm stressed, is all.
Yeah, I can tell.
Mr. Halliford, I write you to remind you of your duties to your baron in your city. Surely you do not expect that the payment you sent on the first of the month is the entirety of your tax guilt, or do you think the baron is unaware of your illegal trading operation with Blackbrook? Let me remind you of the example made of Lord Brynveren, and assure you that the penalties for concealment of income are as harsh today as they were in Brynveren's time. The main difference, of course, is that today the inspectors receive a bounty and are even more enthusiastic in their duties. The Baron waits for the remainder of your tax guilt. I advise that you not leave him waiting too long. Julian Freehalt, Commissioner of Taxes. Seal. Okay. I do not like the this what it's called. Not
What?
not logo, but this this seal that's on all of his tapestries. I'm trying to get close enough to that to slide it aside, but the collision area around these chairs and braziers is like really large. Okay. Can I say the sliding the tapestries to the side thing? It feels like just to describe it. It's like no, you can now if you walk close to him, it pushes him over. It doesn't really sound like a big deal, and it kind of sounds like a thing that's probably not worth the time, given the complexity that it would have to implement. But actually, in the world, it is a significant difference in feeling.
Yeah.
Like it is actually very rad. They did a really good job. It is cool to push one of them aside and be looking for a thing like
That room's whole deal is sure is something.
which room? Every room? All the rooms?
Yeah.
Like this
But like
is
just
weird.
like yeah.
This whole place this whole place does have very trickster vibes, like the melding of the building and the wilds, and that is a thing that we first saw in Constantine's place, to be fair. Like it is very much as you said. Desmond, remember the Shemenov knives you bought some years ago, back when they were just starting and were actually competent? These are the good ones, and they cost a fortune now, so keep them with you. But their knives now, by far the shoddiest rubbish I've seen in a while. Buy the new Shemenov knives, the sturdiest and sharpest in the city. My dimwit head servant actually bought them, of course, without my knowledge. To my utter terror, I've had one of these knives snap not 2 days ago, and the blade went flying to the other side of the room, almost hurting poor Lady Nicholody. Sturdiest my bottom, but sharpest, that's for sure. She already hated me, and now she thinks I want to kill her. It's a miracle she avoided that blasted thing. You can be assured I had Dominic whip that moron until he was a bloody pulp. That doesn't seem like it's his fault, really. I can't fathom why people still buy their Drek. The Shemenovs are swimming in so much money. They already bought that old baronial fortress near Lower Darksmoke some years back, and now they've bought another castle in Dayport. Ah, who am I kidding anyway? I don't like the Hammers very much, but these raving lunatics looking for eyes to pluck at least know how to make good kitchen utensils. I have no use for their pointless hammers, though, so they can stop supplying them to my manor house and shove them where I think. I know that he means shove them where I'm thinking right now that they should shove them, but it kind of like it kind of sounds
Shove
like
that hammer in my head.
well, it kind of sounds like what he's saying is that he thinks with his ass.
Well, that's pretty good too.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. how are we doing on loot? We've picked up a lot of stuff. 759. We're actually almost there. All of these, like, these ornate red pieces, I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be made of. That's a golden candlestick. We'll take that for sure.
Okay.
All right, so that's the total loot threshold. We've still not actually found the critical vase.
Right. It's supposed to be on an upper floor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm upper flooring as hard as I know how. What is that sound? And there's been a lot of creepy sounds, but that was like a living thing.
Oh, I heard the laugh that time.
There's a small grave here in the upper floors of this building. Aw, frogs. I wonder if that's loot. Yep. Unfortunately, hey, well, that's definitely just like an image of the trickster, right?
Yeah.
Alright, there's somebody very nearby.
I like the idea of an artisanal knife manufacturer that's also like a pagan cult. That's pretty good.
Well, it's kind of funny that like all of their options for knife manufacture are religious cults of one kind or another.
Yeah.
It's nobody else is metalworking in the city. This is. Yep. Okay. Laughter. I don't know where that person is. Oh, they sound like they're back here. Maybe like I'm hearing it from up there. Let's see where these stairs go before we head anywhere else. Yeah, I think this is the direction for those people. That's let me check behind the thing. Come on now. I think because this is not even with the ground, it's not quite working. I can get it to like nudge. That's a bummer. But that's pretty spooky. Statue's got like a goat skull. Sort of emitting a lot of red smoke. Creepy red smoke. All this like soil and thick carpet of petals and leaves is very good for my my ability to walk around quietly, at least. Dear Messer Halliford, I write you this missive to regretfully inform you that we cannot fulfill your wish to obtain the two items you are asking for. These were Asal the Lake Nymph, an original Maruno from 821, and the Cicada, an original Isaac, maybe, from 826. Isaac, yeah. Furthermore, and this is strictly between us, acquiring art this, for lack of a better word, lewd, is very difficult these days. Acquiring an original Maruno is akin to asking a Burrick to dance. Besides, Maruno himself is confined to Gilesat Peak, and I doubt he will ever see daylight again. These are not simply nude paintings, Messer. These are incredibly provocative works against modern decency, and you can be assured our house would be in trouble if the Hammerites decided to organize an impromptu visit. Again, I must sorrowfully state that we cannot access your request, but we have many other items you should, for you should you want to take another look at our collection. Okay, so are the paintings he has supposed to be powerfully lewd, not just nudes? Because they seem like pretty tame stuff. I mean, like
They seem like pretty tame stuff, yeah. I mean, you know, the thing is, a lot of, like, actual, like, arguably pornographic artworks tend not to be paintings. They tended to be um, like lithographs and whatnot,
Flip books.
or yeah.
Think of all the great
Yeah.
porn you can do in a flip book. A treatise on paganish perversities by the most honorable John of Clearwater. Chapter 3, The Builder blushing veils his sacred fires, and in a silent agony, morality frail expires. The
Sounds
Grand
like someone said to ruin. Never mind.
The Grand Inquisitor Locus, famous both for his towering figure during the affair of the Bewitcheds of Muttonmere, and for surprising the burghers by holding a trial instead of ordering an immediate cleansing by fire, tasked his scribes to write an account of this mysterious case after a successful prosecution. One passage from the scribal papyruses interests us. Then the pious man asked John Pepin, a costardmonger, about what sort of loathsome affronts were done against the builder underneath the village, deep into the grottos and basements. And the brave rustic man answered that oftentimes he saw men naked as they were born, lying on their front on the cold barren earth, moving their hips with the same fervor as if one was engaging in a coitus, taking great pleasure with these evil spirits named succubuses, invisible to all but their victims, and the good man could only see from this grotesque accouplement a dark, greasy smoke vaguely shaped as a curvaceous woman, rubbing herself upon the fallen men, as well as a nausea-inducing malodor of flowers and ripened fruits empesting the air. Joyce Bowes, a wet nurse from Saproby, told Garum the storysmith that at each full moon the vile-hoofed liar and his caracolante court held ceremonies in the deepest catacombs below the Lemurian mountains to fornicate with countless women, and their custom is to know the most beautiful one by the front and the most hideous ones by the behind. This is a long piece of script here. Okay. In her magnus opus Tractatus de Impi and Sortilegius, the abbess Verdegast from the Order of the Mute Sisters reported that after reading a certain grimoire whose name has been shut, feverish nocturnal vision of an incubus appeared before her, and she was forced into several misgracing acts with the evil spirit, like the being punished the being the spirit.
Being, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a verb phrase, that's the noun. Like the being punished her to have rested her eyes upon the secrets of tricksterian magic. It's in great detail that the incubus is described in this treaty, the creature taking the impious shape of both a man and a goat, and being in possession of a serpent in lieu of a phallus. Of these terrifying tales, 2 points are to be made. Primo,
This is a very extra text.
this is the coolest and sickest point. Primo, of this luscious operation, which isn't committed or practiced by them for the pleasure they take from it, because those are cold and calculating beings, this copulatory act is forced upon their victims akin to an usurer scattering the seed of his future deeds. Secundo, of these disgusting acts, they are inflicted upon men for the sole purpose of making them fall into the maw of chaos where they spawn from, either to feast upon their fallen soul or to disgrace the servants of the almighty builder. Okay.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. I have some thoughts.
Okay.
First of all, they're really leaning into a particular ecclesiastical style that feels to me, as a person with, I will admit, hardly more than a passing familiarity, it feels pretty genuine to me. It feels like the kind of thing. It's possible you're maybe a little bit more familiar. I know that you did probably, research for Nicaea and stuff. Like, maybe this is over the top, but it feels to me sort of like of a piece with the religious writings of a certain kind of person in a certain period. Except that I think it's leaning a lot on real world stuff, like they're the servants of the Almighty Builder, Maw of Chaos, etc. But like, it's very clearly, if you didn't tack some nouns onto the end, it's very clearly like a Christian text.
Yeah.
down to the Latin and the Italian getting mixed in, and
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say I didn't encounter much of this with researching Nicaea because that's set much earlier, like 300s. But yeah, like there are certainly some
welcome to my deep ignorance.
there are certainly some overlaps here. Can I point out there's a whole word in here I am not familiar with at all. So when we go back a couple pages, go back another page.
Is it Caracolante?
Yeah, what is that?
Caracolante? I also do not know, actually. I didn't want to break momentum there. But of the two of us, you're the one who's going to have an easier time looking the thing up.
Okay, I'm looking it up. So it doesn't seem to be. It's not coming up. Of course, Google's kind of broken right now.
As
But
as has been the case for some time, right?
But it might be referring to a caracole, which is to move in a lively and graceful way, or to make a horse prance. It's a horse maneuver.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how the maneuver works, but I assume that's what they like. It's a dancey kind of court. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like it's a dressage thing.
Okay.
So yeah, he's like evoking the image of dancing hooves, right?
Yeah, and I feel like the game has always had this kind of thing where the trickster is like some unseelie stuff and also like the Christian devil, and I certainly liked him leaning more on unseelie stuff more than the
more than the
the
Christian
devil stuff.
Yeah.
But I also appreciate that like the hammers are kind of like no one likes the hammers.
Long enough.
Long enough for what?
Long enough to want to be working somewhere else.
Hey, that's our vase.
This is very familiar.
Yeah, in a room full of stuff that's floating in a way that we have seen before. Let's see here. 821.33 Ilarian potteries X3, 2 kilograms each. 3 ugly potteries from Ilaria. Fair prices. The last one is particularly crude, but could serve as a new chamber pot. Cook bought black puddings and gabble wings from the local butchery in Hightown. Steep prices, but excellent taste. It is kind of rad to see like the mundanity mixed in with the to have this like shopping receipt right next to the room of floating.
Yeah. Something I really like about this, and that I like about a lot of some of the video games we've engaged with, is this thing where we're controlling this character, but we know more than the character does. Like Hume has no. This is just a weird thing to him.
Well, we don't know, right? Like, because obviously, like the trickster is an ongoing religious concern.
Sure, but that's very much a callback for us, the audience.
Yeah.
And if Garrett was here, Garrett would react in a certain way.
Yeah.
But because it's us, the audience, we know more than the character does, and I find that kind of friction really fascinating in games, especially like in these kind of first-person action games. I think it's a really interesting narrative choice.
Man.
Well, this isn't good.
I don't like anything about this place.
Here's the thing. When you grab that vase, stuff's going to happen.
Yeah, I assume all hell's going to break loose. Those are probably valuable. I'm trying to figure out a way in there because I can't fit through the window that we saw it through.
Is the map useful at all?
Oh, no. You remember? This is the map.
They don't give us another page at all, no? Okay.
The map doesn't know shit about the space that we find ourselves in now. Okay, it's just another copy. Oh, no, it's not another copy of that same book. It is that same book. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how to get down in there. Here we go. This will do it. So yeah, you get like, pan flutes and women like recontextualized here. Oh hey.
Yeah.
It's an interesting way to make use of the extant resource of a lot of this this art from these real world eras.
Yeah.
I can't fit through these windows, right? Yeah, shit. I need to. All right, so I think we want to
There's
go.
a door there. We just gotta figure out how to get there.
Come back here and fight.
Oh, they heard me. Yeah. Okay. Let me have a look at the. Have a look at this, because like we have not been over on that side. I don't believe. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe I was in this room. I don't look up enough, Let me see here. So, like, the passageway back here comes from that direction, doesn't it? Yeah, it totally does. We're, like, right on the other side of the wall. Oh.
Just move. And
Shit. I was trying to get over to the side enough that he would have to come forward. But the plant life in the area is problematic. All right, let me try that again. Yeah, we absolutely can get to that area from over here. Okay. I just need to be a little bit more cautious. It is interesting though that the guards they hear a sound and they're immediately like, first of all, they know perfectly and unerringly where that sound was made. And secondly, they're like, well, obviously it was a thief. Let's murder him.
Yeah.
All right, so this is...
Seems quiet enough now.
The darkness situation here is not what I would like.
Sir?
Let's throw you just a little deeper into this area here. This is like a door. But I cannot open it.
What's that? Hey, someone tapping about.
I did step on the tile very briefly, though.
Come back here and fight.
All right, well. Once again, break line of sight. I do not have much hope at a distance. I'm going to very loudly drink this potion. Okay.
All right.
Nope, I still hear one. Darn. I was going to say, I think we might be clear, but no, we are not clear. Well, you get to hang out over here with your buddy. Stealth just means that nobody survives to tell the tale of you being there, you know?
Okay.
It's not always a don't get seen thing.
Yeah. This is the time when I should remind our viewers about the I'm Doing Stealth Amabel t-shirt, the official official merch of you playing thief games.
I hear you. Come out in the open at once.
I don't quite know where he is. The audio positional stuff is actually quite good, but unfortunately there's so many like curving hallways and stuff around here that like locational sound is very distorted.
I'll find you.
This is not exactly where I was trying to go. I'm a little turned around at this point.
I see that.
I managed to find my way back to here. This is different. This this a place that we were before?
Parts of it look familiar, but it's a very disorienting space.
It is. It is definitely designed to be difficult. Okay, well, I found a little bit more treasure at least. And there's a lot of like curtain walls, and now we're here. Now I'm here again. God damn it. Okay. Okay, I thought that might be a movable tile because it is set back a little bit from everything around it. So wait, where's the room with the vase? Because we're in the area. Found him. Oh, he's fast. It's a tough guard.
That's a tough card.
I do believe he was the last one in the area. I think we're good now.
Okay.
Okay.
Objective complete. Kill all the guards.
Slay all who oppose you. All right, so the room that we are looking for. Oh. I was wrong. At least one yet lives. Oh, he stopped moving. What an asshole. At least two yet live. Because there's somebody to my left as well. Pretty good shot in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you think he knows where we went? Because he did take off and he did start.
Can't run fast. Over here!
That was a real half-assed arrow shot on my part. I'm sorry. Just bad work.
This way.
He's gonna have to come back through here. Actually, no, he's not. Because that's at the top of that staircase. God damn it. When he decides to come back after us, and one must assume he will.
Yeah.
He really could do it from any angle, because this is all just like one big interconnected nightmare.
Can I say?
Yeah.
This is not past home inspection. Just the staircase without railings, just hanging over. That's not how stairs are supposed to work.
I fucking dare an inspector to find a way into and then back out of this place. He's never going to be able to file a report. You won't even have to do anything to him. It's just...
Hey! Stop!
There's just no chance. There's no chance he makes it back out. Okay, this is good. You should come with me. Sit in a corner. Okay, so there's our vase.
Alright.
Also a cup I saw.
How's your health there, sweetie?
How's your health? There, sweetie.
It's
I
fine.
need to get higher up. I can't interact with it from here. Well, good then. I'm glad to hear that. All right, I'm gonna touch this.
It's
Alright.
said that robbing a pagan brings the evil eye. But after seeing this, I'll take the risk anytime.
Okay, well things didn't go insane right away, so I guess we're on the leave the way you came in
Yeah.
part of the mission. This is where I get to figure out how to get back downstairs. Still a lot of giggling. Still a lot of giggling going on. There's clearly a light behind that, but I can't. Okay, it's fine. Here's some stairs to go downward. Love that. How you feeling, Amabel? What are you thinking of this so far?
Spookums. There's a lot of spookums with.
Yeah, this has been good and creepy.
Yeah.
Quick save. Falling onto the plant life, I figured would be good. It's weird how of all of the foods that you can loot, only eggplant makes a sound. But it does so reliably. Also, it says it's called fruit. Maybe it's not supposed to be an eggplant. But it sure looks like an eggplant, right?
It does have some aubergine like properties.
Yo. They give back 2 shields of health each.
That's probably why it does the dunk.
That is pretty rad. That's a cool gargoyle.
Yeah.
Hate. Where are we relative to... I don't recognize this area, which is not... Oh, no, I recognize this area. This room I know. I don't want to go up. I want to go down. Yeah, figuring out how to get downward is going to be a whole situation.
Yeah.
I think that was a texture glitch. What is this? A key. Does that key say anything on it? Key to the garden shed. Okay. I assume this is the garden shed door. Well, this seems good. This seems like a great way to leave. We haven't really used a lot of water arrows here. But this seems like a good opportunity.
Yeah.
Honestly, like... I haven't felt a lot of opportunity to use our, like... thiefing, stealthing tools. And maybe that's just because of the way I play the game. Which is to say, extremely violently. But... in a lot of places, the lighting is not, like, affectable in the standard fashion.
Yeah.
He walked over some very noisy metal, and I was not going to try to follow him.
Yeah. What an excellent display of Snill, sweetheart.
Thank you. I thought so as well. Hey, this is the street. Hell yeah, I'm allowed to be out here. I know where we are. I guess this guy is selling stuff. Excuse me, fellas. I'm just going to find my way out. I don't think the front gate guard's dead, right? I killed him. So
Yeah.
we should be able to just stroll right past the front gate and... yeah, easy.
Well, okay.
We started
you know,
over
I
here.
kinda-
We started here? No, we started over here somewhere.
I kind of like that as a swerve. Because we were really expecting things to go bonkers banana pants.
We sure were. Hey, Amabel, you have any interest in the citizens below? True stories with the privilege of the Baron. The Baron is an imperial light, only feared by the coward and the villain, a sun capable of bringing back the warmth we deserve. But alas, the lion is criticized due to his audacity. Heed his latest project, transform Dayport into a perfume garden for our lords and merchant princes who represent the city in the known world. If Stone Market is its bosom and Alldale its grey matter, Dayport could very well become the radiant visage our city deserves. However, this project was received with weak clamors and despicable vulgar sighs. This apparent and disgusting lack of respect proves that the city stagnates when its figureheads waste their time in the blight of the past to the detriment of initiatives. Long live the hammer, long live the baron. Long live the city. You were starting to say something. Oh.
Damn, what a brute. Good thing we got the drop on him.
Are you really sure that this is the guy Dahlquist told us to grab?
Who else could it be? Now come on, let's turn him into Lord the Wall.
We got jumped by a goblin and Peter Lorre? Well, that's how the mission's supposed to go. We did it. Look at our stats real quick here. Only one backstab. I do feel like I killed people from behind. Okay, so note this. I was at like 40% of the loot. It turns out there's a lot. There's a lot that I'm not seeing. And I did feel like we were pretty thorough, in part because of the getting lost. I felt like I just kind of wandered all over the place. But I guess there was a lot of the lower floor that we didn't see. But I'm legitimately shocked at how much loot we didn't get.
Are you also shocked that our friend betrayed us?
Friend is a strong word. Am I shocked that some plot happened with a guy that we don't know anything about? No, and I don't think it really, I think they want it to read as a betrayal probably, but for me it doesn't, because again, he's a total stranger. We don't know anything about this fucker.
Also, we played the other Thief games, and absolutely everyone who hires Garrett ends up screwing him over for some reason or another. It's Garrett's very bad at picking who to trust.
Okay. I'm gonna just argue a little bit. I'm gonna say Victoria. Okay. I think on balance, Victoria helps more than she hurts. But there are periods where it seems like she has betrayed us. That's, I think, fair.
I mean, it feels like Garrett was very like, "What are you gonna do? Take my eye?" And then took his eye. All sinners are thieves. The heretic steals from the house of truth. The murderer steals from the house of life. And so the builder charged us with a duty. I said duty. Take this sacred hammer. Use it to rain righteous wrath upon the cursed thieves and all those who would violate my sacred houses.
I should have known it. Dahlquist used to be reliable, but that's long gone now. Unbeknownst to me, Halliford was under the protection of the most powerful city warden, DeWall, and it didn't take long for his legbreakers to find me. I guess Dahlquist was happy to rat me out. As long as money's in the bargain, he's ready to do anything. I was carried in front of DeWall with a sack on my head after getting a severe beating from his ticklers, and I thought I was dead. However, he calmly spoke to me, told me he was impressed with my skills and my audacity, and offered me something I just couldn't refuse. Either I worked for him, free of charge, or I was put to the sword. The choice was simple. I'm now under the orders of his lieutenant, a man named Reputo, and Reputo's consort and thieves' pawn, Victoria.
Oh.
Despite my very fragile position, I was given some of the best tools in town, including some very expensive lockpicks. Reputo says I'll need these for the job I'm going to undertake. Tonight's target is the Abbey of St. Graymal, the father of boilers, a Hammerite complex in the North Quarter close to the Hollow Pits. The place is always under heavy guard, and the mission looks like utter suicide. But Reputo assures me that someone of my talents should be able to pull it off effortlessly. The piece DeWall wants me to get is a golden chalice kept deep within the halls of the Abbey, most probably in a reliquary of some sort. It should command a high price. Naturally, I'm free to loot the place at my leisure. contract allows me to keep any extra cash I steal for myself. Getting inside the complex shouldn't be too hard. The basement power station has an access to the sewers, so I can always use that way. The well in the garden may be a potential entry too. Breaking into the Abbey itself will be a lot trickier, as it's much more heavily guarded. But the complex built around it should have less security and provide more opportunities. Then, after the task is done, my only worry will be finding a way out.
That's a very generous contract. Honestly, this doesn't really seem like a bad position to be in. So we got to break into this abbey, steal the chalice. It's likely to be protected with an alarm. Also, the Tale of the Stone, an ancient book. Also, 1,000 worth of valuables. I do feel like they should have made up a currency. It's weird to say 1,000 worth of valuables.
Yeah.
And okay, all the stuff is, yeah, it's like that. It's like the way it is, you know.
Given how much the game has leaned into creepy stuff, what is the chance you think that in this Hammer area Abbey we're going into, that there might be hammer haunts?
What are the odds of 10,000 hammer haunts? High. I think it's high. So apparently we're meeting some
Kaizo thief.
Kaizo thief. We got some disruption bombs here. This bomb causes damage to any electric device it collides with in a small radius, resulting in temporary blackout with electric lights or other effects. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
The money from the last mission is the money we have to buy stuff with here, which I appreciate. I feel like probably a couple health potions, given the way I get down. Rope arrows are extremely useful.
Pricey though.
And also, the other thing I'm thinking is that you can almost always reuse them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if we do want to buy one. I guess, yeah, we'll get one. Just in case, It's not inconceivable that we could lose 2 rope arrows to foolishness. We have 3 moss arrows, and I don't much care for them in the first place, although it does sound like the moss arrows in this mod are certainly better. I guess I'm going to do this, and then I'm just going to fill the rest of the inventory with water arrows. We have a flash bomb. We have a couple of disruption bombs already. Yeah, just a little more, a few more water arrows. I think this is an okay set of tools to go into this mission with. I hope so, at least.
Okay.
All right, so let's take a second here. I'm not actually going to start the mission. Let's take a second here and familiarize ourselves with the disruption bomb manual before we stop, though, because I'm curious. We humbly thank you for purchasing our new line of disruption devices. These, also known as disruption bombs, are used primarily to disable electric systems. A device colliding with an electric light will turn it off temporarily. After a few constructive points from several engineers, this new model is equipped with tailor-made cushions that nullify the impact noise. That kind of doesn't make sense, but alright, I appreciate it. The use of these devices is left to the discretion of the user. We at Jourdain and Mafiotis are not responsible for any wrongful use. We are also not responsible for any lasting damage to complex systems. Okay, so a way of dealing, at least temporarily, with electric lights is extremely welcome.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you all come back next time, we're robbing a cathedral. This has never gone wrong in any way in the history of Thief. I'm sure it'll be an easy one. And we'll see you then.